Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, and here's a 1 versus 1 on the grassy flatlands against Railgun, who is in command of the Julli. As you can see, I am taking command of Parthia. So I'm going to get right down to business, get into the action, close on them as fast as possible. So my army consists of 3 gold Eastern infantry, junkie, and I don't expect much of them, but if I can just stall some of his infantry just for a few seconds, or maybe even a minute if I'm lucky, half a minute or something, that'll be useful. I have 6 units of gold attack archers, 2 units of gold attack Persian cavalry, and of course the main force of any Parthian army is its cataphracts. I have 5 gold cataphracts and 1 gold camel cataphract. Basically the camels need to ensure that I dominate the cavalry battle. Roman cavalry isn't as strong obviously, but still extremely good. And it will probably, if I take too long on the cavalry, his infantry will be able to come and support and quickly own me. So what I need to do is quickly to decisively beat his cavalry, so that's what the camels are there for, to frighten them, make them rout sooner, so I can send other cataphract units to assist against these infantry. So to my great surprise and delight, he did bring no urban cohort, which I thought was very good. He brought his general is in this legionary first cohort. He's got several, got 2 Praetorians, 2 legionaries cohorts, 3 auxilia, and 3 Praetorian cohort though, so he's still got very good infantry. The auxilia though, auxilia are not really worth it in my opinion, unless you're going up against lighter cavalry units. Against cataphracts, they just don't do anything. So here he's going to send this arch unit out to chase my Persian cav. That's a bad move because it's getting isolated, and now it's getting attacked from this unit and the Persian cav unit itself, so they're going to get destroyed. He's also got obviously I think it was 5 or 6 Roman archers, and they're getting a pretty good beating from my own archers and my Persian cav. The horse archers make a big contribution. So now I'll continue after these guys, though they're pretty much dead meat as well. I was a little worried though that his Praetorian cavalry, which has got 5 gold, would take too much of my own cataphracts attention, but I'm only going to use 4 cataphracts and a camel, or actually 3 cataphracts and a camel unit against those 5. So I'm going to be slightly outnumbered, but I'm going to use my other 2 cataphract units to assist here. So here he doesn't use his peeler, so that's very interesting, and not a very smart move in all honesty. I'm sure he probably realised it. These guys use their peeler though. But I'm going to charge in here, bring in the mace. I'm going to semi-side hit here, so that'll make a difference. Here I'm going to outflank it, this legionary first cohort. If I can kill this with its general, it'll weaken his army on the whole. They won't rout because Romans don't rout when they lose a general. They're not like barbarians that way. But that might just help. So if I can kill his general fast, it will make his army a little more flighty off the go, and I do succeed in doing exactly that. So over here, his auxilia have got some of my cataphracts snagged, but I'm a little focused on the battle over here against his Praetorians. So I'm just going to come straight into my camels. Hopefully he can just pulverise his guys right away. Of course my infantry have obviously collapsed, but they stalled his men for quite some time, and he lost his general, and a lot of his men are very busy over there. They've stalled long enough to me to be confident and assured that I'm going to win this cavalry battle, which I have succeeded in doing. So now he's going to try and come in and hit me from behind, but I've got my unit I pulled out to assist my unit of cataphracts. So I can turn and face them, and I can hit them in the back, and that'll rout those units. So he's bringing infantry in to support. One of my units of cataphracts routed, but fortunately it came back to the battle. And my archers are still in the game, and they're providing useful support in that they're shooting the flanks of his men. And as you can see, like I said, auxilia are just not up to cataphracts. Even though they're spearmen, they're just not up to it. Unless they're in the woods, they might be able to do it there, but other than that, they're not going to succeed. So I'm going to come with a charge, and I'm getting the mace out quickly, and I'll easily win this as well. Cataphracts in some ways can be borderline overpowered, but they are beatable with certain units quite easily if you just do it right. So I'm using my horse archers to distract his archers, basically. I'm using my regular foot archers to shoot the flanks of his infantry to ensure that my cataphracts don't have too much difficulty on their hands. But they're making such big numbers of cataphracts and making such an important kill, and of course his general unit completely routs, and that's making a big difference. Camels over here are just pulverising these legionary cohort. But the way this was going, even if he had urbans, I think I would have won. It just would have been closer. But as you can see, my cataphracts are still in pretty good numbers, really, for the most part. At least half their numbers are still alive, even after all this infantry and cavalry. So if being urban cohorts, they might have been a bit weakened and depleted, but I still think they would have won. He didn't really get much use of his peeler, and that was a mistake. But basically I sort of closed the battle before he could really use them. So he admits defeat, and my cataphracts and cataphract camels have proven themselves against the Roman war machine. So good game to Railgun. I had 1,273 men, 1,141 kills, I had 663 men remaining. He had 1,441 men deployed, 701 kills, and had 295 men remaining. I commend him for not spamming urbans, even though sometimes against the likes of Parthia it's kind of a bit, to have a few of them would be fair in my opinion, because the cataphracts can be extremely powerful. But as you can see, all my cataphracts well up into the hundreds of kills, except perhaps this unit here, but even that still did very well considering what it lost. Everything else got well over 100, got loads of kills, and didn't really take that many casualties, and there's still got quite a few men remaining. So Persian cavalry, they are very well. Archers are pretty even for the most part. Eastern infantry obviously got owned, but they stalled his men long enough for me to dominate the cavalry fight, which allowed me to free up my cataphracts and take care of the rest. So that's exactly what I wanted them to do. Didn't think they'd do anything much. They did everything I wanted them to do, and all my plan came together nicely, so that worked well. So again, good game to Railgun, and thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.